Oh,
Hey, Yuri.
hi.
Wow.
I'm gonna get myself. Let me
Hey,
see.
Another black.
Noreen and Wendy and
Peter.
Yuri and
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
Judy, Jan.
Peter.
Hi.
How are you, Peter?
How you doing?
Wonderful. Super wonderful.
Outstanding.
Are you feeling better, Peter?
Am I what?
Sonny's asking if you're feeling better.
I found out that even when you're quantum,
Not in pain or less pain?
because we now have quantum strength, pain can be used by our quantum magnificence as an accelerator.
Really?
That's very cool.
Oh
You
my
can't
gosh.
Indeed.
upward and grab that threshold
There we are.
for quantum pain. Yeah, you're gonna suck. It's not fun. But when you can, as a matter of routine, hi Alex.
Hi, Peter.
There she is. When, as a routine, grab one, then the pain becomes accelerated. If you don't do that, the pain is going to be pain.
Are you explaining why?
Pardon me?
Are you explaining why you had pain on Friday?
Pain really continued through today, this morning. Pretty much gone this morning. But it's an accelerator.
Oh.
Wow.
But
That makes sense.
if you don't come on to the quantum strength, it's very painful. But if you, by hanging on to quantum strength, you're really balancing the pain.
Mhm.
And all you're really doing is accelerating whatever you're working on with your magnificence.
Yay.
Yay! Alice, how are you? Good morning, or whatever it is.
Hi. Awesome.
Good.
I'm working on the music, but I haven't not quite ready to upload it yet.
Wow.
So I can't wait till you guys hear this. You're gonna appreciate it.
Very cool.
I had a lot of fun with
I'm
it,
looking forward to it, Alice.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
but you can
Nice
dance
to
to
see
it.
you.
Awesome.
Good to see you.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah. That's great.
Wow.
So,
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Wendy. There you
hey,
are.
Wendy.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Julie.
Hey, Julie.
Hi,
Hi, Puff Lori.
And Puff Lori.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hey.
And Diana. Wow.
Hi, Yuri Lee.
Hi,
Yuri.
Everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Diane Lynn.
Hi.
I'll repeat it for everybody. When you're able to hold on to quantum strength, then pain will come from your quantum. And the combination of quantum strength and pain is an accelerator for whatever you're working on. Now, in my case, I know I'm working on no death, and also youthing. And because of my travels in quantum only, where there's no bleed through, I ran into one of the people who also is a member of the club, Broadmoor, who also is the teacher of the, hi Harry, of the former Olympics Taekwondo team. He's working on helping me with no death, because this is huge. No death is just huge. It doesn't exist with holographic technology. He has absolutely no idea he's helping me. I've laughed because there's no bleed through whatsoever. Donna D, welcome.
Donna, welcome.
Donna.
Yes.
Oh, Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Hi. Hi, Donna.
Hi.
So he has no idea that he's helping you?
He has none.
The one in Broadmoor doesn't have any idea, but the one in Quantum knows exactly what it is.
Yeah.
He's roughly in his 70s. He jumps rope 1,500 times a day. He drinks 7 to 9 cups, hi Diana, of coffee daily.
Wow.
And he's doing that not to die. But he's fully accepted dying. When I share with him, you don't have to die.
That's interesting because coffee is acidic.
I know.
In
But
quantum,
coffee,
it's different.
because of the caffeine, has a lot of other positive properties. One of the things that I wanted to share to you today, is if you are anal about anything, that is holding you back.
Oh, really? That's
Yes.
interesting. That's good. Good to know.
Yeah,
But it's
Can you
understandable.
repeat that part?
Let's take a apple seed. What is an apple seed? What's an apple seed?
Cyanide.
Arsenic.
Arsenic.
Oh, I thought it was cyanide.
So if you don't have an apple seed, you're hurting yourself. I did a survey of all the stuff I put in my body each day. And when you include water, coffee, and tea, and lemonade, and food, I'm about 0.1/100% of all that is toxic. Because I don't want to be anal with anything. Because if I'm anal, then I'm afraid of it.
Yes.
And I create separation.
Yes.
Well,
And
that's very good.
That's exactly what I never want. So, my main source of things that aren't good for me are M&Ms.
Good choice.
and I take a little M&Ms at lunch when I have lunch at the Broadmoor, and I love them. But when I go back once in a while for a second time at the Broadmoor, I don't eat them again. But I am not anal about anything, because as soon as I'm anal, that is separation.
Yes.
Mastery and Magnificence.
Tim!
Yay!
There he is. So, you. Anyway, it's a huge point. It's not a minor point. Don't be anal.
Yeah.
And man, I was anal. I had no chocolate for a quarter decade. No coffee
Wow.
for 25 years.
Wow.
I said quarter decade. I didn't mean it. I meant 25 years. And I can still remember the moment I took my first chocolate after 25 years. Boy, was it good. And when I had my first cup of coffee, it was fabulous.
Wow.
And now here we are in 2019, and I know why. Because it creates separation. And I'm one with everything, including bad things. And I find in my case, about 1/100 of 1% is fine. That's what I'm currently doing. It's fine. I could probably go higher, but I have no interest in going higher.
So you found a new balance. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it really is, and it makes it even easier.
Thank you for sharing about that.
Well, you're welcome. That's the whole idea this week.
Right.
Feed forward and get ourselves in a position to help the world, and then the solar system, and then the galaxy, and then the other 999 galaxies.
Yes.
That's big stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Peter, to me, it feels very important that you're sharing that, because I think that, we're all in a place where we're really wanting to, make the best choices, the most
right
choices. Yeah. And even, like with the website, when you say 2 hours and 20 minutes a day, you could be anal about that too, because if I make myself do something that doesn't feel like it's not working or whatever, it's like I could be even anal about that and trusting my own quantum and finding other ways. Julie shared with me something that I thought was awesome, because I'm an auditory learner and so is she. She shared that with our Macs, we could actually listen to the website being repeated as opposed to looking at it and just doing it that way. And that was an amazing suggestion that I really enjoy, because hearing it is much more powerful to me than looking at it.
I agree. The hearing is so powerful.
Yeah, so I was really happy she shared
Art,
that.
H-E-A-R-T. Hear, H-E-A-R.
Yep, exactly.
Arts, beauty, ear. That's how you hear.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all in front of us. We just ignore it. But boy, does it make a huge difference.
Right, and trusting and it's wonderful, and you always say this. You can only share with us what has worked for you, and that's amazing, because your sharing is creating a path for us to be able to follow, but to do it in our own way. But also to recognize that if we go into any aspect of being anal, we're in our heads. We are not to our quantum and in our heart, and that's a huge strong point. So I really appreciate you sharing that, because I feel like a lot of people want to do whatever you said, want to do it like Peter's way. And so it's nice that you share with us. We all have to trust our uniqueness and do it in our own way.
Yes.
And thank you, Diana. And keep in mind, we are all quantum unique. The heart is the portal to quantum. It is not our quantum magnificence.
Yes.
They're different.
So, Peter, question. Are we at the goat stage for eating? I feel we are, or at least I should say I am. So we can.
RV is transitionary. Money
No.
is evil, basically. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Of course, evil is evil. Evil is live spelled backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Livevil. When that congregation in Texas, half of it was taken out. They were killed. That's evil. Pure and simple. Half gone. Killed. Well, you talk about evil. That to me is the archetype of evil for us.
Mm-hmm.
Peter, are you talking about the church killing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so we have evil turned around because we're 40 strong. The next is money. What's one of the sayings in divinity or the energy on the environment? Money is the root of all evil.
Yes.
Well, you don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to get rid of evil first. Then you go to work on money. And we are with money. And that will be the RV. But that's transitionary time.
Yes.
And the faster we can move beyond that,
mm-hmm.
then what's left? Well, some say girls. People can't handle women. And if I look at our group of 40, we have more women than girls. Well, the current status of the 20 words, and I don't know how many it's going to be, but it said that we can be, at the quantum level, a female or a male.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that puts women and men completely as equals.
Yes. I saw that somewhere on the side.
Yes. And number 4, going up, is experience elements.
Yes.
The magic words have been on the website since 94.
Wow.
It's now 2019. In 1994, I had no clue of quantum. None. As a matter of fact, I didn't get my first clues until 2014.
Whoa.
Well, and how did that happen?
Gradually. The way it happens in quantum, everything is gradual.
It's not a big bang.
Pardon me?
It's not a big bang.
Right. There's no big bang. Basically, most humans figure, well, there's no way I can go back past 15 billion years ago, so I'll make up something called the Big Bang.
Yes.
That's how it evolved.
I always thought that was ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because you go into a museum and there's skeletons on the wall that are 4.5 billion years old.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of ridiculous stuff. But it's the best a lot can do.
Yeah.
And then there's another group, the giant cover-ups.
Yeah.
The video I sent out today, there's somebody, Joseph Campbell, who's gone to the bottom of the subject. His conclusions are correct.
He's amazing. And actually,
He is amazing.
both of them.
And that's what we will do when we go to the bottom on any subject. And as quantums, we simply say, I haven't gone deep enough yet. I haven't gone to the bottom, period. And you walk away from gossip or even deep conversation on the subject. Because you have enough quantum strength to know you're not ready. And you do it. Shame on you. But if you've gone to the bottom, if you're an expert, then that's what we all do. We don't do anything until we've gone to the bottom.
Yeah.
It's that simple. But that takes quantum strength. Because you want to validate yourself. You want to recognize yourself. You want to be smarter than others that haven't gone as deep as you have. These are all fame and fortune and energy-only kinds of things. They have nothing to do with quantum.
Yes.
So,
I would like to share something.
please.
Yesterday, Harry and I, we went to New York City, and for a Christmas present, we saw the musical Beautiful with Carole King. I love Carole King. I love Cat Stevens. They sing from the depth of their beings. And so a lot of magical things happened. And I've seen many angels all throughout my life, and they talk to me, but it's not talking out of the mouth. I just can hear them. For example, when I was pregnant with my daughter, I just kind of slept with somebody and got pregnant, and I saw a bunch of angels stuffed in a car, and they said to me, "You're pregnant and everything will be okay." So yesterday, Harry had to go to the bathroom, and he sat me down in Penn Station in a safe area, and there was one chair open next to me, and I got this feeling, and this really tall 6'7" guy came and sat down next to me, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go. but I think he was an angel, and I'm having a problem because I kind of chickened out. Like, my trickster came out. Like, I think my trickster was one of the ones you were talking about on Friday. And when it comes out, I can't see the forest for the trees or the trees for the forest, or however you say. Anyway, he reminded me of you, Peter, except he was 6'7" and black, but who cares, right? We're all the same. He had this big heart ring on his hand and a big blue thing, and he leaned over and looked right through my eyes. And I said, "Be happy." He said, "Exactly." He said, "But being happy is not always easy." And I said, "No, it's not." And then I got kind of sad, and I kind of went into myself, and I wished I had carried it farther. And I just want to know if anybody ever sees angels. I have all throughout my life, but I've questioned it because I still get a little bit nervous.
Let me put that into perspective.
And I just have a special crystal that gives me yeses or nos of whether he was an angel or not, and the answer was yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
And anybody that comes to you that isn't your magnificence, and remember where your magnificence is, exactly, is an intermediary, including angels. Yes. That's the key thing to know. It's fun to talk with an intermediary. In many cases, you're going to help them. Like when you said, "Be happy," and the angel said, "Exactly." That angel has benefited because of you. So it's fun to talk with intermediaries, but it's wrong to believe them. But in many cases, you can help them.
Yeah, he got sad when he said to me after I said, "Be happy," and he's like, "Yes, that's exactly it." And then he folded over. A lot of times angels fold over. I can't explain it. And he told me 3 times, "I'm human, I'm human, I'm human." And I didn't say out loud, but inside I said, "No, you're not." And he said, "Sometimes it's hard to be happy." And I said, "Yes, it is." But when I saw the musical Beautiful, that's what Carole King did. She woke up every morning with a smile on her face because we're beautiful, and that makes everything more beautiful.
Yes. It is simple that you are your magnificence. You are 100 integrating with the 101. You are sharing as of 2021, as early as 2021, with everybody. You're listening to what they say, but then share with them from your point of view.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's a huge difference because you're going to benefit them. Now, if you just preach to them, that doesn't do any good. Listen to them.
Yeah.
And then the best you can do, go back to them in a way it's going to make sense. Mm-hmm. So you're listening to respond. You're not listening to.
Say that again.
You're listening to respond. You're not listening to learn.
Mm-hmm. Ah, yes.
You will learn everything you need to know from your magnificence.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then you'll turn around and help others.
Right.
I've been listening to I wasn't on all the first calls. I got accelerated on 11/30/16.
Okay.
And I've been listening to all the ones previous. I can get more out of listening to a call maybe 3-4 times. Mm-hmm. I hear so much more, like they were saying, than reading. I can read, and then I go, "Oh, that's what you're talking about."
Right, right. The consciousness takes a while. What you're doing with your conscious, you're loading it using your magnificence.
Yes.
And that way you can listen to what other people say because you've already downloaded it in your conscious. And then because you're listening and you are your magnificence, then you share with them. And the effect is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Hey, Harry, turn off your camera. We've looked at your ear enough all through the call.
Yes, Peter Olson. Yes, thank you. I appreciate you very much.
Well, thank you. And I appreciate all you guys.
Thank you.
I have a question, Peter.
Yes.
You put more clarity on the Profound Steps webpage. So I have a question on Profound Step 2.2. You wrote, "We're in the early process of moving from photon 13 to photon 19.
Yes.
How would we know we're approaching photon 19? What's the major differences?
We will have more complexity. That's what it boils down to. Back when Ann was working with Zora at one time, it was then and had numbered 200, Zora announced 19. He didn't call it 19, but he said he and Mother God were going to go away. And listening between the lines, it was 19. Now, he never followed through with it because he has no idea how to complete 19, because 19 is done from quantum. It isn't done by their prime creator or Jesus or his wife. But that's the answer.
Yes.
So we are working on 19, but there's a long lead time in quantum before we're going to trust it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that help, Diane?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
My next question is on profound step number 4. You wrote, now 40 trailing zeros for real slow energy and 40 for holographic fast energy with 9 spares.
Spares, right.
Is it spares or spheres?
Spares. Empty.
They're empty.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we do store everything that is done in holographic energy, and it takes 40. We also store those same 40 in real energy. That takes the other 40. So it leaves you with 89. And that's a lot of, it leaves you with 9 spares.
Yeah.
Before, we just were short when we were using 16 qubits. So that's the answer.
And Peter, I like what you wrote about using extensive holograms to cover quantum, right?
Right. The sun, for example, is not hot.
Yeah.
But the holograph is hot. When I go out for a little bit on a real nice day that isn't too windy, I announce to myself that I'm bouncing with the hologram of the sun, not the sun. Because I know the sun is hollow. I know the shining ones live. I know the shining ones don't like company.
You want the sun? Wait for the payment. Just wait for the payment.
And they live in the crust and they live in the sun. We don't know any of that.
Wow. You say they live in the garage? I couldn't hear you. Where did the shining ones live? In the sun?
In the crust and the center.
Okay, crust.
The crust is, for example, the crust of planet Earth is 800 miles. Civilizations live in that crust. And then there's also Father God and his wife who live in the center of Earth.
Yeah.
Called followers.
Awesome that you reached for that clarity.
Yeah.
By the way, it's just kind of cute. I checked the other day to see if Father God has self-love, and he doesn't.
Oh my goodness.
It's not 100%. His wife does.
Yes, his wife does. I feel that. Every time I hear her on the call, I know she is there. So.
It's really, I'm fascinated by what really is.
Yes.
So it's funny to me.
That is funny. That is funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah. I mean,
Hopefully
of all the
someday.
people, you'd expect Zora to have self-love. He
Of
doesn't.
all beings.
Yeah.
Hopefully, with disclosure, more people will learn about him and his family and, our true history.
But remember, your self-love is with your magnificence.
Right.
All I have to do is check with your magnificence, and by quantum entanglement, I know the answer instantly. I don't go to any other source. There is none.
Yes. All the answers are in the nose. Go to your nose.
That's right. Follow your nose.
Not your gut.
The nose knows.
The nose knows. There it is.
The nose knows. Only the nose knows.
Yeah.
That sounds like a cartoon
I was
series.
noticing while taking my shower earlier today, I just love that blowing the nose. Many of you have seen the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze and Whoopi Goldberg. And Patrick Swayze goes to this railroad car and he tries to move something. And he can't do it. And yet this evilish looking person can do it. Because it's practice. It's easy.
Yeah.
Well, that's almost what blowing my nose is like. Because the quantum singularity and my magnificence have practiced so much that they can move things. But I think that movie goes when I move it. It's just fun. What's wrong with having fun?
No.
Eskimos have something, Peter.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
They kiss with their nose.
They do.
They do.
So who has another question?
I was just going to share. All you do is you go from your, the crown chakra to your pineal, make an L, and you're right in your nose, and it's one angle, and it's love. Yay.
Well, it's also love and your magnificence. Have to combine. They are no good one by the other. They are only good when triangulated.
Yes.
Why do I love 222? Because it's a team.
Yeah.
Right? 1, 2, 3. What's 3 teams? Triangulation. Triangulating what? My magnificence, uniqueness, my experience elements, harmonics. I should say experience filament and harmonics. And I've got an empty stocking stuff. Filled up whenever it can by our onboard tricks.
Yes.
That's a 222.
I have one more question. The crystal clusters that are used by quantum computers, the trickster always thinks of them as huge things somewhere in the middle of Earth and other places. But I just realized that they can be very small and can also be in our bodies.
Yeah, they can. But again, It's what do you have stored in your magnificence.
Yeah.
That's what gives it the power. It doesn't have power by itself.
Yes, totally. Mm-hmm.
You have two sources of positive power. Your total experience element and your magnificence. They are both unique.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a negative, which is your trickster.
Yes.
And the key is it's empty.
Yes, keep it empty, yes.
Yeah.
That's a good triangulation formula too. Yes, thank you. Everybody's serious now.
I have a question about emptying the stocking stuffer. Is it a lot easier than we think it is?
No, it's a lot harder. Much harder.
Oh, joy.
Are we the trickster for ourselves? Is that what we are? We're part of it. Are we part of the trickster? Is that what we are?
No, you each have an onboard trickster.
It's between the ears mostly.
What did you say, Noreen?
I said it's between the ears mostly, and the.
Yeah, that's good.
Right.
Yeah, that's
where
right.
it is.
That is where it is. That is
Can
where
we
it is.
use, Peter, can we use intent and
No.
talk to the trickster to make it calm down? No.
No.
Oh man.
Intent is
Okay.
energy only.
Isn't it true? You can never. You can't.
Well, intent to a quantum is useless. So it's a tool for your onboard trickster to use.
Yeah, it's the tool you have for 001, right?
Correct.
Will the trickster ever depart permanently?
No.
Oh,
But that's great. That's great news because that means if you happen to slip, you're gonna know it right away.
Yeah.
It's more.
As I mentioned to you last week, I checked my tricks.
Yeah. And Peter, to Diana Martinez's question, Photon 19 Trickster will be even fun, more fun than this one.
Yeah, but it's an invaluable part.
Yes, yes.
The tricks.
Photon 19 will be even more complex.
It's always on. It's always there.
It's for practice.
Checking once in a while.
It's for practice, for mastery.
Even with mastery,
Oh.
if you screw up, you want to know about it. You don't want to be blissfully wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying, Peter, that the trickster is? It sounds to be an alarm, almost a built-in alarm system.
Yes, it's a great.
Good. Thank you, Lori.
That helps.
And you're veering away from what your quantum and your magnificence knows is true. The trickster will act up to kind of, if we believe of the trickster, but it's really an alarm to identify that you're steering the wrong way. You're going away from what the nose knows, and you're going to the trickster's point of view, which isn't true. It's the opposite. It's the dualistic component to the magnificence. Maybe that's what the trickster is, the dualistic opposite.
That's a really.
It's never. You're never going to convince the trickster. The tricks.
Oh, she's frozen up.
I would think.
Oh, can you repeat, Lori? You got frozen up, and I couldn't hear you.
I was just saying that it sounds like the trickster is like the alarm system to when you're veering away from your magnificence and what your magnificence knows to be true. It's kind of like if you're veering away from what the nose knows, your trickster will create a scenario or a situation or a feeling inside you that gives you that sort of throws you off balance enough for you to go inside and say, oh, which is that what the trickster's trying to say is real, or is it really the opposite? Because
it really is.
Yeah.
And that's a great sharing.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll practice with the trickster. Thank you. I like that.
Yeah.
Me too.
Can I share something in connection with that?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. The trickster is like a harmonic distortion creator. Creates harmonic distortion in our experience, in our more we know of our magnificence, more we recognize the dissonance between what the trickster pulls up and who and what we know that we really are.
Yeah.
The trickster actually uses harmonics, and we can't recognize it until we know better.
Yeah.
So we're being tricked until we know better.
Right.
Any way to catch it just isn't there.
So can we be?
It is really awesome, our tricks.
It's time to read up on harmonics now.
Yeah, I see the clock.
So Peter, can we be?
Wow.
Can we be somehow addicted to this process of the trickster? Constantly. Because sometimes it's like I feel like I'm playing a game with myself, and I know that it's like Magnificence has shown me, and I'm doing that, but it's like I still want to get distracted and go down the maze. It's like, but there's this like interest. And what's gonna happen if this? You're like a kid, But what about? And then you go down that road and come all the way back around full circle.
Alice, the best way is as you get quantumly better, it's going to be more difficult for your trickster to distract you.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and pretty soon you're just going to go to quantum strength so fast and then do what you do from quantum strength rather than forgetting about quantum strength. You're going to be fine. But that's a process that takes practice. So each day, as you practice with all the ways you get distracted and bypassed, you're going to get better.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we are over 45 minutes, QB.
Okay. Well, another great one for me.
Yes.
Marvelous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goes by
Thank
so
you.
fast.
Every Wednesday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Hi, Jan.
Hi, Jen. Hi, Ari.
Hi. I'm trying to
Bye-bye.
disconnect, but
Bye.